People say a king is always rich. But what happens when a king wakes up one day and becomes poorer than the villagers he used to help? My name is Obinna Chukwuemeka, the rightful king of Umuchi Kingdom. And this is the story of how I lost everything, how I was betrayed, how I was thrown into the evil forest to die, and how, when the truth finally rose like the morning sun, I took back my golden crown and my life. I still remember that morning. The palace drums did not beat. The guards stood confused. Servants whispered like frightened birds. My father, the great King Chukwuemeka, had died in the night. Or so they said. As I ran into his chamber, I found two people already crying loudly, my elder brother Okafor, and his son Dyke, my arrogant nephew. But something felt wrong. There was fear in Okafor's eyes, fear he quickly hid when he saw me. Before I could speak, he pointed at me in front of the council and shouted, "Obinna killed the king." My throat dried. I froze. The whole palace gasped. And just like that, the kingdom turned against me. Two guards stepped forward, men I trusted, men who ate under my father's roof. "Your Majesty," they said to Okafor, "we saw Prince Obinna sneaking out of the king's room last night." Lies. All lies. But Okafor was already nodding. He had planned everything, every word. Within 1 hour, the council declared me guilty. Before sunset, Okafor had placed the golden crown on Dyke's head. I watched them celebrate while I was dragged away in chains. That day, I learned something: people can cheer louder for a lie than they ever did for the truth. At night, they tied my hands and marched me deep into the evil forest, the place where they sent criminals, outcasts, and anyone they never wanted to see again. One guard whispered to me, "The forest never returns anyone alive." The moonlight faded as they pushed me inside. My clothes tore. My feet bled. Strange noises echoed through the darkness. But death did not come. I survived one day, then another, then many more. I lived on wild fruits and rainwater. I slept in a hollow tree trunk. And each night, I murmured the same prayer. One day, the truth will speak. One evening, while trying to make fire with 2 stones, I heard footsteps behind me. I turned sharply. It was an old woman with a wooden staff. Her eyes were sharp, but gentle. "You are not meant to die here," she said. I stepped back. "How do you know me?" She smiled slowly. "Your father spared my life many years ago. I knew this day would come." She pointed her staff at me. "The truth is walking toward the palace. Your time will come." Then she faded into the thick mist as if she had never been there. That night, I slept with hope for the first time since I entered the forest. Meanwhile, in Umuchi Kingdom, things were falling apart. Under Dyke, the new king, taxes increased. Farmers cried. Children went hungry. Guards oppressed the weak. And rumors began to spread. The palace killed the rightful king. The spirits are angry. There is a curse on the golden crown. Even the council started doubting Okafor. But the breaking point came when a palace servant confessed to hearing Okafor and Dyke arguing the night the king died. The truth was finally cracking the lies. The turning moment arrived when Ikena, a guard who fled the palace years ago, returned. He used to be very close to my father. I saw Okafor enter the king's chamber that night. He shouted in the palace courtyard. He forced the king to drink poison, then framed Prince Obinna. The whole kingdom trembled. Okafor tried to escape that same night. But he was caught. Dyke begged the council for mercy, but his voice shook like a frightened goat. The council finally realized the truth. I was innocent. They had banished the real king. But there was one problem: nobody knew whether I was alive. The elders gathered 20 strong men. "If he is alive, bring him home," they ordered. "If he is dead, bring his remains." They entered the forest with drums, torches, and fear. 4 days they searched. The forest swallowed sound, swallowed hope. But they did not stop. On the 7th day, when the sun was setting, one of them noticed smoke rising, my little fire. They ran toward it. And when they saw me, They all fell to their knees. Your Majesty, forgive us. We walked out of the forest together. When the villagers saw me climbing the hill, they screamed with joy. Women danced. Old men cried. Children ran beside us. Obina has returned. The rightful king is alive. Truth has defeated darkness. But as we approached the palace, my heart beat fast. The throne stood empty. The golden crown rested on a carved stool. Slowly, the eldest council member lifted it. Take your place, King Obina. I knelt as he placed the crown on my head. A wave of warmth filled me. For years I wore rags, but now I wore gold again. Not because of power, but because truth had survived. Many expected me to punish Okafor and Dyke harshly. But I remembered something my father always said. A king who rules with anger loses the love of his people. Okafor and Dyke were judged fairly by the council. But I chose not to seek revenge. Instead, I strengthened the kingdom, rebuilt trust, and restored the peace my father had worked for. The people called me Obina the Merciful. At night, I sat on the balcony of the palace, looking at the golden crown on my head. Sometimes I wondered, how was I supposed to lead if I had never been tested? But now I understood. Losing everything did not break me, it prepared me. The betrayal did not silence me, it shaped me. The forest did not kill me, it taught me strength. And the truth. The truth did not come quickly, but when it came like a mighty storm. That is the story of how I became king again. Not by force. Not by blood. But by truth, courage, and a golden crown that refused to shine on a thief's head.